Hi, welcome to this video class. This is Pravina here to teach you class 6 Science lesson 6 Changes around us. Let's move on to the lesson. Okay. So, if you have got some magical powers, think if you have got some magical powers. So, what are the things that you wanted to change around you? So, here you can see a boy flying with his cot in the sky, having a magical wand, and here you can see the nose. It has changed to some other shape, right? So, buildings and monuments which are on the sky. So, here, if you have got these magical powers, so what are the changes that you would like to change? Just take a piece of paper and write what are the changes that you wanted to see. Then, without using any magical power, can we change anything around us? Think about that. Okay, so if you have got some magical powers, what are the things that you wanted to change? That is one activity. And in another sheet of paper, without using any magical power, can we change anything around us? Just list those few things that you can change without using any magical power. Yes. So, in our daily lives, you can see many changes. So, the changes in the fields, the crops change from time to time, isn't it? Then, sometimes leaves fall from trees, they change their color and dry out. Is it not the change? Yes. The flowers bloom and they wither away. Yes, so these are all the changes that we can see in the fields. So without having any magical powers, they change by themselves. In the fields, the crop, they change from time to time, and also you can see the leaves fall off, they dry out, they change their color, and also the flowers, they bloom and they wither away. And are there any changes that takes place in your body? You might have observed that your nails grow. Is that not a change? Yes, it's a change. Your nails grow, your hair grows, you grow taller, and your weight increases as you grow. So these are all the bodily changes that you can see without using magical powers. They change by themselves. Can some of the changes be grouped together? Then how can we group various changes? So it might help if we find some similarities between them. So what are those similarities? And let us see what are all the changes that we can make. So here in the picture you can see a girl blowing air into the balloon. So you just take a balloon, try to inflate the balloon by filling it with air. Then in the second picture, take a piece of paper, try to just make a paper toy aeroplane. Using that paper, you just fold that paper in such a way that it just make them into a aeroplane. In the third picture you can see, just take a ball of dough and just roll it up. So these are all the things, activities that you have to perform now. Take a balloon, inflate the air into the balloon, and in the second one, take a sheet of paper, try to make a toy aeroplane with it. Then in the third change that you can do is, you just take a ball of dough and just roll it now. Okay, so these are all the activities that you have to do. Yes. So now, in the above activity that you did, so what are the changes? Do they have in common? Do they have any common change in them? Then, was it possible to get the balloon back to its original shape and size? So, before inflation of the balloon, what is the shape and size of the balloon? And after filling the balloon with air, what is the shape and size of it? So is there any change of the shape and size of the balloon? Then was the size of the paper same as before and after making an aeroplane? Yes, you have folded the paper to make a toy aeroplane. Then when you unfold the paper, is the size and shape of the paper same before and after? Then was it possible to get back the ball of dough again? So you just try to answer all these questions. Yes. So in each of those three activities, is it possible to get back to the material with which we started our activity? It means that the changes occurring in all these activities can be reversed. So in the first activity, you have seen that a girl inflating a balloon there, right? So the balloon can be brought back to the original state again. Whereas when you unfold the paper, again you can just bring back the paper again to its original shape and size. Then you have just rolled a dove there, right? So that if the shape, you are not satisfied with the shape, again you can convert that into a ball. So all that changes can be reversed. Now here in the next activity, repeat the same activity with a slight difference in it. Now try to inflate a balloon, and using a sharp pointed pencil, you just give a prick to the balloon. In the sense, all the air come out, right? Then in the second activity, instead of folding a paper and making a toy aeroplane, you just draw an outline of the aeroplane and cut that outline of the paper, so that you will get a toy aeroplane there. Okay. Then in the third one, with the rolled dough, you just bake it on the tawa. Okay. So here in the inflated balloon, you are just giving a prick to the balloon so that all the air in the balloon escapes out from it. In the second one, instead of folding the paper, you have to mark an outline on a sheet of paper and cut that piece of paper. And in the third, you are baking the rolled dough. So we see that the changes cannot be reversed. So here in the first activity you are seeing, so we are just inflating the balloon here. When you give a prick to it, the air comes out. Can you just again fill the air into the balloon? We can't do that. So here the change cannot be reversed. Whereas in the second activity, in the outline you have just cut a piece of toy paper here. Can you bring back the original paper out from this again? So here the change can't be reversed. And in the third activity, as you are not satisfied with the shape that you made with the dough, you can change the shape of it. But once, if you just bake it on a tawa, can we bring back the original roll again? No, we can't. So all these changes which are seen in activity 2 cannot be reversed. So few changes can be reversed and few changes cannot be reversed. So the changes can be grouped here as reversible changes and irreversible changes. As such, the use of pencil and eraser, you just sharpen the pencil and use the eraser to erase something. So can the pencil and eraser can we bring back to the original state again? We can't do that, right? And a potter, while making a pot, he just uses a lump of clay there to make a pot. He just heat it in an oven to make a pot. Then can we bring back the clay out of a pot again? So all these changes cannot be reversed. So here are few activities for you. Here are few changes that are given. So try to answer whether these changes can be reversed or these changes cannot be reversed. The change of raw egg to an boiled egg. Can a boiled egg can it be changed to a raw egg again? So say whether it is a reversible change or irreversible change. Then batter to idli, wet cloths to dry cloths, woolen yarn to a knitted sweater, grain to its flour, cold milk to hot milk, straight string to a coiled string, bud to flour, milk to paneer, cow dung to biogas, stretched rubber band to its original size, and melting of icing cream, and say whether these changes are reversible or irreversible. So the changes can be grouped into reversible changes and irreversible changes. Thank you. Meet you in the next video.